Greetings, class. This is Mary Beth Perdomo, your instructor, and I am going to walk you through really quick our classroom website for the semester. So if you're here at this point, you've clicked on the Start Here button, which will take you here. You have my name, my office hours, my email, and my office. Once the information for your IA becomes available, that will also be included here. And here is the information for the Ecomp administrator, Dr. Tiffany Burrell. So, clicking here, you will have gone through this checklist if you're viewing this video right now. And you can continue on through and check out every one of these. The syllabus here will have all the information that will be important for you to go through. Some of these will also be featured on the Start Here quiz, which will be made available later on today. Because this class is not a self-paced class, it's not as on your time, there are due dates for things, so I have provided with you a course schedule, which is on a Google Docs. It gives you all the information on everything that will be due each week, and it's pretty straightforward. So one of the main things about this course is that because it's not a self-paced class, your materials will not be released all at once. In fact, most things will be released on a weekly basis, typically starting on a Monday evening and then going through until about Thursday night. Sometimes later, depending on the type of assignment we're looking at, sometimes earlier. So here are your assignments, Dropbox area. One key thing to remember is that in this course you are making a portfolio webpage, which you can either be through Google Sites, Weebly, anything like that, but it will be an online portfolio. However, I do still want you to also upload your individual assignments onto this area, Dropbox, so that way you can grade and give you feedback. All of your assignments are propelling you to the portfolio. So everything we do is just about building up your portfolio, and all the prompts can be found right here. So feel free to take a look. They'll also be available if we go back to the Start Here course through these elements, through these buttons right here that I've created for you. So as you can see, some of them are not appearing yet because they are closed off, things like that, but they'll start becoming available. And each sequence will also have the course objectives. So what I mean by this is that for each major writing assignment that we do, these are going to be the student learning outcomes that you'll be focusing on, because the student learning outcomes are a major part of your portfolio and when we put it together at the end of the semester. And if we continue on, we have the discussion boards. There will be at least one discussion board each week. And the best way to do these discussion boards is that you go up here to create a thread. So if you're the first person, just click on this create a thread button and you'll be able to start a new thread. Also, for just to keep in mind that in each week too, I have attached the discussion boards onto these individual folders for the sequences, but they're also here as well. Journals. Again, this is another thing that will be done each week, at least once a week. They'll all be due Thursdays around 11:59. All you have to do is go to open and This is how it'll look. Create a journal entry, and then you create your journal entry. These are private, so other students in the class cannot see what you write. This is only for you. This is a place to get down your thoughts. If you have taken English 110 or any other English course at UNM, you would be familiar with concepts such as free writes. Journals for the online class, they're kind of these like free write areas as well, where you kind of have the space to put down some words, put down your thoughts. And again, every week, the information will be there. Course dashboard will just lead you here. So you'll see some alerts for things that may be due. And you'll also see this link to the announcement section. I will try to send out at least one announcement every week. If there is anything I'm noticing that's kind of occurring, and I want to make sure students are making sure that they're aware of what they're doing, that'll be here. But it'll also be sent out as an email as well. But if you want to just know where it is, just click on Course Dashboard. Course Messages. This is where you can message your classmates or the IA. If you need to speak to me personally, I would like you to send me a direct email in private, and I will be more than happy to address any questions you may have. Under this next area is what I've titled Additional Resources. So here we have frequently asked questions. And essentially it's if what we've noticed are some of the most common questions that people may have are answered here. So definitely take a moment to read through this just to make sure. The Writer's Lounge. So the Writer's Lounge, you're going to be seeing a post here soon. And in this area is where you will have the chance to talk to me and talk to your classmates, share resources, may possibly even like hold, conferences, group meetings if you have questions, things like that. This is open to the entire class, so make sure you're aware of that everyone will be able to view this. So if there is something personal you need to ask me, if there's something you need to talk with me about, send me a direct message. And then the next part is the tutorial videos. So because in this class it is multimodal, we will be using types of media that you may or may not be familiar with. I have here different types of tutorial videos to get you through. For each of your assignments, you can pretty much pick whichever one of these types of websites you want to use, the type of editing software you want to use to record your videos, to record your voice. All of that is up to you, and if you want to try something new, which I definitely recommend each of you at least doing once in this course, this is where you can go to sort of get additional information on how can I use, for example, Jing, or how can I use Screencast-O-Matic, which will be really helpful in navigating these softwares. The next part here is the gallery. This is where we have student examples. I recommend you viewing these so you can see what is expected of you. These are pretty straightforward, have a lot of all the important elements that you'll need, so feel free to check this out. Accessibility and privacy. So because we're using a lot of outside sources, and by outside I mean outside of Learn, and some students may be concerned about privacy, may be concerned about the accessibility, I want to provide you each with links on each of these websites' privacy settings. So for example, if you're concerned about your privacy, you can check out and you want to use Jing, you can look at their privacy statement. If you create an account with them and use your name, can people find you, things like that. and how accessible is it for those that may need it. So that's what is here for you to read through if privacy and accessibility are concerns. How to be successful in an online class. This kind of just walks you through some of the important stuff you'll need to know. So how to get in touch with IT, because if anything ever goes wrong, if you're having a trouble uploading materials, if you're having trouble viewing materials and you've messaged me and I tell you, well, it's available for students to see, but you still can't see it, you will need to contact IT for help, and that's why this here is for you to know where to look, because they'll be able to help you much more than I would if there is a problem on the learn side of things. And then more resources, so you have things like the Purdue OWL, which in this course, since we are doing research heavy material and you will be citing and quoting, this is going to be an important website, as well as other resources. I've also included these in the actual lessons for the week, so when we get to making quotations, there will be another video to sort of walk you through. And then over here is also all the sequences. It's really the same thing you'll see in the start here. I just made it available to you here as well. So this is the course web page, and this is for you, and this is where you're going to be spending a lot of your time. If you have any questions at all, feel free to contact me. I'm available through email pretty much until just before 9 p.m. each day, but I will definitely be in my office physically Tuesdays and Thursdays. So yeah, so I will be available for you, and don't stress if you can't see things, like you can't see what's on sequence 2 or sequence 3, because again, those won't be made available to you, since I want to make sure that everyone is on the same page and nobody's trying to, jump ahead and get work done. We all, this is not a self-paced class, so I need to make sure all students are on the same page. So there are certain weeks when things just won't be available. And yes. So if you have any questions, again, I'm Mary Beth Perdomo. I am your instructor, and welcome to English 120. I hope you guys are excited because I'm excited. All right, take care.